It's a well-known fact that essentially everyone that meets Scott Morrison despises him. Except maybe the rat from Bananas in Pyjamas. They'd see eye to eye on issues, but actually I think he is his chief of staff. Also, I think the rat from Ratatouille is the mastermind behind Hugh's cooking adventures. But the bring away is, most members of the Liberal Party would rather castrate themselves than talk to Scott Morrison. Which, so would I, but that's not really worth anything, as I just castrate myself for a laugh. In fact, if I get to 2,000 subs on this video, I'll do it! 1,000 subs per testy! Get summoned, Sados! 300 of his high school alumni signed a letter demanding he not attend an alumni event. There's literally a headline out there that says, "I knew Scott Morrison at uni and he was a dickhead." He lost his pre-selection 82-8. He had to resort to cheating, i.e. getting his mates at News Corp to defame the shit out of his opponent, which he still uses as a technique to this day with great effect. I have a half-hour-long video detailing just how many people hate Scott Morrison, and there's a director's cut lying around. That wasn't all the people that we found that hate Scott Morrison. Honestly, I think that finding someone that likes Scott Morrison would be like Max Mofo on his Pokemon card channel finding a Charizard.
Okay, Chris Pine, Tim Wilson. Oh, there's so many fucking Tim Wilsons in this pack. Oh my god, a friend! Yeah, that's worth like $10.60 on eBay!
Today we'll be focusing on the macro as it's not even hyperbole to say that the entire world hates Scott Morrison. A big part of that is that he placed second worst in the world on climate policy, only trumped by Trump, which in all fairness is a big improvement for Scomo, as usually he's the worst in the world. Look, even Turkey smashes us! Boys, it's Gallipoli all over again! To all the wets in the Liberal Party, in fact, let's make a name for them that's a little more disparaging of the moderate faction of the Liberal Party, more insulting and internet-y. Moists. To all the moists in the Liberal Party who pretend to believe in climate change and claim to be moderate, what the pray you, is moderate about being the worst political party on earth when it comes to climate change? It's like someone saying, I am a moderate Muslim. Oh yeah, and what faction do you belong to? ISIS. But the moderate part of ISIS, you know, the one that prefers beheadings over stonings. We were doing so much better on climate change under Labor. Carbon emissions in the electric grid were down by 10%. We were on track to see an overall carbon reduction of 15 to 25% by 2020. And that was during the fucking mining boom. When it might have actually been in Australia's very short-term economic interests to do nothing on climate change. But now when we're in the fire boom, emissions under the Liberals have gone up. Think about how much you would have to go out of your way when Labor set it up so that we have 50% renewable energy by 2030, no matter what the Liberals do, and yet they still found a way to make emissions go up. I am less impressed by Houdini getting out of one of those tiny little boxes than I am by that. That is more of a feat. In fact, it was because of that that Boris Johnson said, "What's this Morrison clown gonna do at Climate Summit, eh? You having a laugh?" Wouldn't it be amazing if you went back and looked at extras and you just never noticed, but it was actually Boris Johnson playing Ricky Gervais's role when he's got the stupid wig on? Even the US now is better on climate change. It used to be us and them against the world. We were their loyal dog. And now we're misbehaving so badly that Biden's putting us down. We were the only ones doing all these little weird UN votes for him. Like, things that you don't even have to read the entire title, let alone the report, just the title, and know it's a good idea. Combating sand and dust storms? Australia abstained. They couldn't make up their minds if it was a good idea when even the Philippines, that doesn't have sandstorms, could tell, yeah, sand in your face at the beach is annoying. Why does Scomo feel he owes a debt to sandstorms? For being the inspiration to Darude Sandstorm's name? They're sandstorms. Look at this extremely long list of every country in the world that thought, yeah, maybe we should combat sandstorms. Scott Morrison neatly pissed off our biggest trading partner by pushing for a very hawkish inquiry into COVID. And for what? Why? For some positive domestic press? Don't you get enough? Scomo, haven't you figured this out? However you handled that situation, the Telegraph was going to write it up as the best decision of all time.
Scomo to China, you're done like a duck. A Peking duck.
If Scomo said nothing, it would have been, Scomo must have been reading The Art of War in his last holiday because he is keeping his friends close and his enemies closer.
using their own literature against them, eh? Genius. If China had leaders as good as Scomo, maybe their state-run media's unyielding admiration for their leader would be justified.
Obviously, China then sanctioned the out of us. We've lost tens of billions of dollars in trade and growing. Essentially, every agricultural export is being severely punished so Scott Morrison could have one photo op that I guarantee you, not even he cares about now. In fact, he probably hasn't thought about it since the day. Damn. Now there's a compulsive man. It's kind of like discovering that someone will let you die for a Tic Tac, isn't it? And Tic Tacs are the correct breath freshener to use in this example, because after seeing what he's done to the lobster industry, he's certainly no fisherman's friend. Eh? Tickets on sale to my new stand-up show, $40 each. There's a reason they cost so much. You're getting the best.
He's even funnier in person. No wonder he performs almost exclusively at RSLs.
In summary, though, what have we learned about Scomo's doctrine of diplomacy? It seems his strategy is to piss off almost every nation on Earth just to curry favour with a twice-impeached president that was leaving office. I'll give him this. It's a good meme. But I don't know if foreign policy should be a meme. Unless, of course, it's Chuck Norris memes. Because Chuck Norris is so good that even aliens think his foreign policy is good. Still just as good as they were in 2010. Either way, it's a watermark moment for Australian relations, isn't it? I think this is the first time in our nation's history that foreign policy is not dictated by a foreign power apart from briefly under Whitlam and Rudd. But they did get outed, while this one proud Australian will stand up and say, no, give me a selfie. That's my foreign policy. Selfies. I will start a trade war just so tradies think I'm a little more awesome than they already think I am. Like and subscribe if you think that that was a fair trade. How many more times can I say trade before the end? Trading post.
Please share and comment below. Comment.